What really happens during a Brazilian wax? Well, this is your guide to everything you need to know about Brazilian waxing. If you're a beginner or someone who's considering it, because the truth is, Brazilian waxing can be intimidating. And there are so many questions like what actually happens when you go and get a Brazilian wax? How painful is it, and is it even worth it? So, in today's video we will answer all of those questions and then some. Hi, welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things skincare and self-care. And this video is part of our Let's Talk About series where we discuss those often uncomfortable topics that we don't really know who to turn to for answers. If you've been thinking about getting a Brazilian wax, but have no idea what to expect, this is the video for you. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a board-certified dermatologist. And welcome to our safe space where we prioritize education, transparency, and real talk. We would love for you to gently tap that like button down below and comment hello from insert city, state. Now let's get into the video. Alright, so before we dive in, I have a question for you. Did you know that the first 3 seconds of a video is the most important because it determines whether or not people are going to click on your video? That's why the hook has got to be strong. Let me show you how I did during this video. Did you notice anything different? Comment down below. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so what really happens during a Brazilian wax? The biggest misconception that I hear is that Brazilian wax is the same as a bikini wax or that a Brazilian wax is the same as a Hollywood wax. But they are not. There is a clear difference between each one of these types of waxes. So a bikini wax is essentially just removing the hair outside of the bikini line. It does not include the labia or the vaginal lips. A Brazilian wax, however, does include the labia or the vaginal lips. And the main difference between a Brazilian wax and a Hollywood wax is that with a Hollywood wax, all the hair is removed from the pubic area. With a Brazilian wax, some hair is typically left behind on purpose. Some people like to keep a landing strip or a thin line of hair down there, and that's perfectly fine. You can ask your esthetician to leave some hair behind. So step by step, what happens during a Brazilian wax? Well, first, the esthetician will take you into the room and have you lay down on the table. Then she start to clean the area with either an alcohol wipe or warm water and soap. Then the esthetician will start to apply the wax. She'll take the hot wax and apply it in the direction of hair growth, and then remove it in the opposite direction of hair growth. This is to minimize the damage to the skin. And once the hair has been removed, she will apply a cooling gel or aloe vera to soothe the skin. I also want to share with you guys an updated 2025 pain scale, which is this emoji means not painful at all, it's fun. And this emoji means more painful. It's not super fun. So on this end of the spectrum, you have someone who may be able to get a wax done without any pain whatsoever. They're just fearless and they're like, rip it off. And then on the other side, you have someone who maybe has a low pain tolerance or has had bad experiences with waxing before. And so the pain can feel a little bit more intense. And that's okay. It's all relative and it's all valid. I think pain is very subjective and oftentimes what helps is distraction. So make sure you have a good podcast queued up or bring a friend along with you who can distract you while you're getting the wax done. Now, common mistakes that beginners make when getting their first Brazilian wax. Mistake no. 1 is coming in with an overgrown or too long of hair. When the hair is too long, it makes it difficult for the wax to grab onto the hair and remove it. So if you have longer hair, the esthetician may have to trim it down a little bit before starting the wax. And this is something that you should definitely ask about ahead of time, because you may have to pay an additional fee for the service. Mistake no. 2 is not shaving down the sides or the surrounding areas. So if you have longer hair outside of the treatment area, it's best to shave it down so that the wax can get as close to the skin as possible and remove all of the unwanted hair. Also, if you're someone who has sensitive skin, I recommend doing this as well because when the wax gets close to the skin, it minimizes the chance of burning. Another mistake that I see beginners make is not being patient with their results. Hair removal methods such as waxing takes multiple sessions to get the desired result. So if you're not seeing the results that you want after just one wax, don't get discouraged. It takes multiple sessions to get the hair to grow out of the way and the desired result. And another mistake is choosing the wrong time of the month. Now you may be wondering, what do I mean by this? Well, if you have heavier periods, you may want to schedule your wax appointments around your menstrual cycle. So, for example, you may want to schedule your wax appointment earlier in the day and not later in the week. This is because as your period progresses, the flow gets heavier. So you may want to save those heavier days for sleeping in or relaxing instead of having a scheduled appointment. I recently read a book called Untamed by Glennon Doyle, and one of the quotes in the book is, "You couldn't become who you were meant to be by remaining who you've been." And that really resonated with me, especially as I entered my 40s. I realized that I had spent most of my life trying to please others and be what others wanted me to be. But I wasn't really living for myself. I was living for everyone else. And so entering my 40s made me realize that I needed to find my own path, the path that worked for me and not for anyone else. And this is why I love sharing skincare advice and education through this platform. Because I want to empower and educate everyone to take control of their own skin health and really help them fall in love with themselves again. And so, if you appreciate the work that we do here, please consider supporting us. Alright, now let's continue with the video. So beyond avoiding these mistakes, it's also helpful to understand the real benefits of waxing. The first benefit is smooth skin. Waxing removes all of the hair from the root, leaving the skin underneath completely smooth. It also removes the dead skin cells and any dirt or debris that may be stuck in the pores. And this can leave the skin looking brighter and more radiant. The second benefit is long-lasting results. Waxing results typically last for 3 to 6 weeks before the hair starts to grow back. And unlike shaving, which can cause the hair to appear darker and thicker, waxing actually brightens the skin and makes the hair appear lighter and thinner. The third benefit is increased confidence. When you look and feel your best, you're more likely to feel confident and comfortable in your own skin. And waxing can be a great way to boost your confidence and self-esteem. And the fourth benefit is flexibility. Waxing can be done at any time of the year. And it is a great way to maintain your body image and feel your best. Now if you're looking to enhance your waxing experience, I recommend using a few key products before and after the wax. So for before the wax, consider using a derm-soothing oil or balm like the one from First Aid Beauty. Applying a soothing oil or balm to the skin before waxing can help to minimize redness and irritation. This is because these types of products typically contain ingredients like aloe vera or coconut oil, which have anti-inflammatory properties and can help calm the skin. And after the wax, consider using a post-wax balm like the one from European Wax Center. Post-wax balms typically contain ingredients like azulin or bisabolol, which are great for soothing and calming the skin after waxing. These ingredients can help to reduce inflammation and redness and promote healing. And in addition to applying a soothing product, it's also important to avoid using harsh scrubs or exfoliants on the skin after waxing. This is because waxing removes the top layer of dead skin cells, so you don't want to over-exfoliate and cause irritation. Instead, use gentle exfoliants like a soft washcloth or a sugar scrub to remove any dead skin cells that may be accumulating after waxing. And as mentioned previously, the right timing of your wax appointment can also make a big difference. If you have sensitive skin or are prone to irritation, it's best to schedule your wax appointment at a time when your hormones are lower, such as earlier in the day or mid-cycle. Now, I did mention earlier that waxing is a great option for those with sensitive skin. However, there are a few exceptions. For example, if you have rosacea or other types of eczema, you may want to avoid waxing altogether, as it can cause irritation and flare-ups. Also, if you're taking certain medications such as Accutane, you may want to avoid waxing as it can increase the risk of sunburn. Alright, now let's get into localized recommendations. So for my viewers in the US, Brazilian waxing is widely available, and many states have their own unique names for the style of wax. For example, in California, it's known as the G-string wax. In Texas, it's known as the Rio Grande wax, and in Florida, it's known as the Miami wax. For my viewers in the UK, Brazilian waxing is also widely available and is often referred to as the Hollywood wax. However, it is important to note that the term Hollywood wax in the UK can sometimes refer to a full-body wax, so it's important to clarify with your esthetician before booking the appointment. For my viewers in Canada, Brazilian waxing is also widely available in major cities. And in Quebec, it's known as the Chao-Chu wax. For my viewers in Australia, Brazilian waxing is widely available and is often referred to as the full Monty wax or the Bondi wax. For my viewers in Germany, Brazilian waxing is known as the Brazilian Bikini or the Hollywood Bikini. For my viewers in the Nordics, Brazilian waxing is known as the Hollywood Bikini in Finland and Sweden and the Brazilian Bikini in Norway and Denmark. Alright, So hopefully now you know what really happens during a Brazilian wax. And as mentioned throughout the video, the first 3 seconds of a video is the most important. So tell me in the comments below what you thought about the first 3 seconds of this video. If you enjoyed it, comment down below with the word hooked. And if you learned something new in the video, comment down below with the word learned. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a gentle tap on that like button, and comment hello from. And then add your city and state. And if you've tried Brazilian waxing before, let us know what your experience was like. Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone who commented on our last video. We love reading all of your comments and we love hearing your thoughts and experiences. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to rest, recharge, and glow from the inside out. I'll see you next time.